Hey y'all, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I haven't actually figured out what I'm going to do, and I realized you guys probably don't want to sit here and watch me just decorate this place. So what I'm going to do is I've done some upgrades, and I've I finished up the wiring and stuff, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I've done real quick, and then we can it's going to be a shorter video today, but sorry about that. But we can I don't know if I'm going to come back to the tower next time. I may start a new project, but I will continue to work on it over time, and I will bring you guys back at some point. I just don't know if it's going to be the next video. Anyway, so we're here actually we are not on the top floor, as you see. This is the next level down. I just wanted to show you guys real quick. I did finish up this. I went ahead and changed this level, and I blocked off the upstairs. So the only way to get back up there now is to take the elevator. So as you see, I've also got this. Well, I guess you can't see it here. There is a wire running all the way down. Not on this level, I guess. I guess this is the last level that it's stopped at. Anyway, let's go ahead and take the elevator up. So you'll notice, yes, there is a wall missing. The reason for that is I decided to build some stairs all the way down, and that's just for ease of access. I got a little tired of spinning around in a circle, taking the stairs, the stairwell up, and this just makes everything easier, and it allows me to close off the office. So let's go ahead and take a quick look here. As you see, I finished out the bathroom. I haven't put up the mirror yet, but I do have at least that stuff in there. I put some couches and chairs in the living room here. I got some pictures up on the wall. I put in the table and decided to go ahead and put some lights up as well. I was able to get all that working. To do that, let me show you real quick. For the wiring, what I ended up doing, because the wiring itself wouldn't actually reach. The way I ended up doing the wiring, it doesn't actually, the power doesn't reach. I think it was these last two. Maybe it was just this last one. The power wouldn't reach initially, so I ended up putting this one up here just to start, just this first conduit, and it was able to get all the power to all of the lights, and then I swung around here, and I will show you why I did that in a moment. But I did put in a dining room table and some nice fancy lighting. I finished up the kitchen pretty much, so you see I got the nice counter in. I put in a bar, a couple of lights. I haven't actually put in any shelves in here yet, but that's coming. Let me show you the oh yeah, I'll show you that in a second. But this is the I went ahead and put in the mirrors and the countertops. I think it looks pretty good. The reason I have that is because I'm going to be putting the wire. I put this power armor display in here just for fun. Because I figure this guy's going to have a nice suit of power armor hidden in his closet. I haven't put the door up, but that's his closet. So anyway, what I wanted to show you real quick is you'll notice here, that one is not spinning, but that one is. And what I figured out is I figured this out completely on accident. It turns out the blades here, the fan blades, are actually solid. And if you have some item, something in their path, it will stop them from moving. Now, the reason I had to do this is, as you know, if you've watched the whole series here, or at least the first few episodes, this is too tall. And this ceiling here ended up being too high. So if you come in here, let me show you real quick. If I grab this, you'll see I can't place it back. And I had to glitch it in place with a pillar. So, but in doing so, I figured out that if you have if you leave this pillar here, you can essentially turn the fan off while having the light on. So that's going to give some interesting opportunities for other things later on. Wires, of course, won't block it because they're not technically there in any way, but it turns out the fan blades are, and so anything that technically is a physical object, as far as like your character is concerned, you can use to block the fan blades. So, you know, for anybody else who may want to use it, if you want to have a room that you've got the fan, you like the fan, but you don't want it actually spinning for whatever reason, get something and you can block it with something, sticking down through the ceiling, glitch it up, pillar glitch something up into the ceiling or whatever. But I figured that would be potentially some useful information for somebody out there, maybe. Anyway, so that's that. I haven't put in the bed yet in the master suite here, and that's simply because since I've got the this staircase over here, the settlers that live here, they'll actually take over a bed if you place it. So what I'm going to do is that's going to be one of the last things I do, is placing the bed, and then I will close this off immediately, and that way I can figure out who, if somebody does get somehow assigned to the bed, I can move them to a different bed, because if you do have somebody assigned to a bed, it turns out, or if somebody auto-assigns to a bed, they will always sleep there. And even if it's someplace that is accessible only by an elevator, like this one, which, let's send that back down. But if it's someplace accessible only by an elevator, you can see the light, the wiring better here, like that. Anyway, but yeah, so settlers won't use elevators. I know a lot of you know that, but they don't use elevators by themselves. However, they will automatically teleport to something that they're assigned to. So, for example, if you have a bed here and they are assigned to that bed, whether they assign themselves or you assign them, they will always sleep in that bed if they can get to it. And if you happen to fast travel away and fast travel back while it's night, they will be sleeping in the bed, and then they won't be able to get out of here. So I figure it's going to be a whole lot easier if I go ahead and build the beds last. But I did this just so that when I'm using pillar glitches and rug glitches, it's going to be a whole lot easier for me to get up here, because I'm going to be doing a lot of work. What I may end up doing is I may end up doing this exact same thing, just, you know, on each level as I'm working on them. And that way I can, you know, each level I'll just open it up, and because I'm going to be using a lot of glitches and I don't want to take the staircase up every time. That's going to be kind of annoying. Anyway, so this is the office, and I know I'm going to have to come up with something to cover up that. Maybe not. I don't know. But I decided to go ahead and turn this into a full office, and I'm not completely thrilled with how this looks because it doesn't fully block it. What I may end up doing is I'm probably going to end up doing something like I'll probably do some glitches here. Maybe glitch in another one of these bureaus or a bookshelf or two, a couple things on this wall here, and I'll put something on the bureau so it will be very similar, because you know these hidden doors like that, they'll usually have some sort of a trigger to activate them. So I have to figure out what I'm going to put on there, but I could put an item on there and I'll just act like I activated the trigger and opened it, and it's just left ajar for the moment. But I set this all up, but you can still get back here and head on down. So let's go back down, and I'm going to show you a couple other things, and then this video will be done. It's like I said, it's going to be nice and short. As you see, there's wiring down here. I did wire up. You can kind of see it all the way up. Way up there in the middle is the pipes for the kitchen stove. You can kind of see the wiring, the little conduits. I use the vault conduits because they're very small, and they really disappear. So if you come out here, you'll notice. I mean, it's really hard to see them. You can kind of see them if you backdrop it against the sky, but if you're just kind of glancing up real quick, you can see a couple of them, sure, but for the most part, they're pretty well hidden, and I like that. Yeah, so I got the wiring all along the base here. And actually, I think the reason you can see those two is simply because of the lighting that I did, which I'll show you here in just a moment. But I got it all wired up. Oh, that is simply the place where I moved the beds, because what I did is I shifted this and I moved off the beds and I just put in a few shells, because this is going to be the storage unit. I haven't decided exactly what all I'm going to store in here, but I at least wanted to get this converted for now. They're going to have their beds in this little shack for the moment, and once I finish furnishing out the apartments, I will move everything in there and destroy this shack. But that's that, and I put on a front door, and I put in some lights. So I like how it turned out. I like how these lights, I really wish they gave us a door that didn't have a broken window here, but they didn't, which is weird. But it's the best I got, because I wanted a door with a nice glass window in it. Anyway, so put up some lights. So this is the lobby. I also put in hallway lights, and there's, as you see, a door. Let's come around this way, and I'm going to show you I did finish out the bathrooms. So you see I got women's and men's. Open it up. See, there's another issue. I think I'm going to have to redo this one. So this is something that if you're going to end up doing these, you're going to want to turn off these posters, because they'll actually shine. Now, it's not as bad once you get lights in here, but before you have lights in here, they shine really badly, and it looks pretty terrible. They're incredibly obvious, but luckily you can activate these things and they will turn off. So anyway, put in some lights to finish out that, and I did the same thing over here. So again, and I fixed that sink. That sink was off, so I went ahead and fixed that. But yep, that's that. And then I've got, of course, as you see, employees only, and I finished out the security office here. So as you see, I've also got power coming to this, and I did go ahead and power up the main computer here. It does work, and you'll see real quick. There it goes. Anyway, so you can, the cool thing is you can actually turn these on and off. So if you want to kind of make it like some of them are out or whatever, or you just don't want to see this weird "please stand by" sign on there, you just turn these off. But at least they have power. And then I've got the lockers and the desks. I went ahead and put a couple of desks in here. I was going to do some security desks, but I think these look a little better. The security desks are a bit too new looking, and I wanted this place to look a little bit aged. So anyway, unfortunately that means nobody's going to go inside there, but that's okay. So we'll come up here, and I think this is the last place I did anything. Went ahead and put the sinks. Maybe I had the sinks, but I put lights in the bathrooms here. I haven't put labels or anything because I haven't actually put in the toilets yet, but I will. I put lights everywhere, and got this all set up. Oh, there was one other thing I was going to show you. And, oh yeah, you can see that there's the wire. Unfortunately, it does go all the way up, and you can see it through the gap here, but I don't care. It's fine. It's not super noticeable, and I think it looks fine. I'm not too worried about that. But, yeah, so up here, you'll notice that the lights are working. The strobe lights and the disco balls. Unfortunately, I had to remove the two disco balls from the middle here. They would not light up. This is just a little too wide. Since this is 5 pieces wide, the conduits, you can actually see, yeah, see there's one. The conduits do not end up, they radiate. It's slightly over 2 floor pieces wide, I believe. Maybe at the most 2.5. But I even tried lining them up with this, and it still wouldn't work. Or rather, I moved the disco balls to line up perfectly with the conduit here, and it's still right in the middle there. It still wouldn't work, and I didn't want to offset them too much because it ended up looking weird. So I just decided to remove them. But yeah, so I got the lights up here as well, and the shelves on the back for that. And I think, oh, I didn't put a light in there. Oh well, doesn't matter. I'll get one. So let's go up to here where I haven't put any lights in. Yes, you'll see that there's still, you can see the strobe lights through. I'm not happy with that, but there's not a lot I can do. And having it in this room is actually not bad. Because, you know, this is the arcade, so you're going to get some weird flashing lights from time to time. But I did set up this, and I did go ahead and wire it. So the door actually works. And I've got wires all the way down, all lights all the way on. The reason those conduits, this is the level that the conduits are really obvious. I think it might be the level above, actually, but it's because you can't see it well. You can kind of see there's a little wire right there, and then there's another one right there. What I did is I ended up glitching, or, well, actually, I didn't even glitch. I hid. This is the same kind of thing I did in my vault to help light up the vault a little more. If you use the basic lights, let's see... Yeah, these lights, these are actually the brightest lights you're going to find in the game. At least I have found so, apart from something like this. But those are very directional, whereas this is not. This is going to shine everywhere. And these shine extremely bright. But you'll see, look at that. It hides right away. It's actually inside the Okay, sorry about that, guys. My computer decided to crash again. I'm going to have to figure something out. Anyway, so as I was saying, these lights, I hide them as I did in my vault. Like I said, I don't remember if I actually showed where I hid the lights in my vault video. But I did. I hid them several places in the atrium to help... bring in more light. It allows you to use whatever lights you want for the visual aspect, but hiding these can bring in a lot more light so that you know, you can hide these lights to get the actual light in the room, and then the visual light that you use can be different, and it can be whatever you want. You can even use, if you want, you know, you can hide back here. Yeah, see, I've got another one back there. I've actually forgot I put one back there. But you can hide, if I really wanted to, I could hide the color changing bulbs back here to bring in more red if I really wanted to. I'm probably not going to, but maybe. We'll see. Anyway, so yeah, so that's the shooting range. And let's see, I think that's about it. Oh, right, yeah, I did put some lights in one of the locker rooms just as a test to see how they looked. And these lights right here, these are as far from the walls as they will go. They do, as you see, provide enough light. That's why I use these lights specifically most of the time for when I'm actually wanting lighting in an area. But they provide pretty much enough light. There's a little bit, it's a little dark in this corner over here, but I can, you know, throw another light down. It's not a problem. But yeah, that's as far away as I can go. That's, again, an issue with the width of the building and having the wiring only on the outside. It causes some issues like that, but it's not terrible for the most part. But that's that. So that's what I've done so far. We'll go ahead and I guess it got overcast during this. Sorry, it's getting a little dark here. So let me take this up, and I'll take the stairs back down. And what I'm going to do is, you guys may have noticed, some of you at least may be wondering why I send the elevator back down. I've seen some videos where people said that there's a weird glitch in the game. If you leave an elevator on an upper floor, sometimes the buttons on the elevator itself will shoot way up in the sky for some reason. And I've actually seen it, and it really weird, and you have to basically scrap the elevator in order to rebuild it to get the the buttons to actually come back onto the elevator. And I don't really want to do that because this is very much in the middle of this build, and it was not fun or easy to try and get this in place. So I send it back down just to make sure that I don't have to. If you leave it on the first floor, it probably will never happen. So anyway, let's head back down. And so I like I said, I don't know what I'm going to be doing next time. I don't know if I'll be back here or if I'll be at a new location trying to figure out a new build. I do want to go ahead and finish out this building. I'm going to rebuild it, and I do want to show you guys how I rebuild this. Because I'm sure several of you've seen some of my other builds where I've rebuilt some of these buildings, and you may be wondering, you know, what I've done in order to get it to look like that. Well, I did show some case in the hunting lodge, but still, you know, good practice. Show you guys again if you want. But for now, that's what I've got. We're going to go ahead and stop it here. And we've made some progress. And I'm going to continue working on the decorations in the interior. I want to get this mostly finished. I'm definitely going to get all the lighting in place and most of the furniture, if not all of it. I may show you guys periodic updates if you'd like. Let me know in the comments. But otherwise, I don't know if I'll be back next time. But I'm leaving this open. Sorry, I forgot to finish that thought here. But I'm going to leave this open for now. I don't want to rebuild this yet because this is the best location because it's a perfectly flat, level floor here. And it allows me to do rug glitching and pillar glitching with a lot of pieces and make sure that they are perfectly level without having to use a foundation, which of course would come along for the journey if I was going to do if I was going to use the pillar glitch. So this allows me to use that because it's pre-built and I can't move it. So anyway, that's that. I will let you guys know where we're going to be heading next time, if it's going to be back here or if it's going to be a new location. So until then, you guys have a great day. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.